Islanders, we all love to see that message. Your order has successfully been placed. And Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings has seen that message come up as they share more details about these 4 new huge mega ships that they are building. We will share the new details that we know with you on the show today. We're also sharing news from Port Everglades as they continue to grow, and they're trying to hold on to that number 3 position, largest cruise port in the United States, with Galveston, Texas, trying to catch them. We'll also share news about Christine Duffy, her 10 years of service with Carnival Cruise Line. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Thursday to all you Islanders. We hope that you're having a great day. We're on Island Time. I'm your host, Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together, catching up on the latest in cruise news, the latest in the cruise world. Before we do that, Amanda wanted me to remind you that this is the month of love. It is February, and next week is Valentine's Day. Amanda had this bright idea to give away a dining experience for 2 to celebrate this month of love. There's several ways you can enter to win a free dining experience on your next cruise. You can get 2 entries by booking a cruise with Island Time Travel with Amanda and I throughout this month. You can have 2 entries if you transfer a cruise that you recently booked to us. We can help you manage it. You can have 1 entry if you simply just email "We Love Cruising" to travel@bookislandtime.com. And before you know it, we're going to draw at the end of the month. Your name may be chosen. You can go to the steakhouse, Rudy's Sea Grill. You can go to the Teppanyaki. You can go to the chef's table if you want to on your next cruise. As long as we're managing your reservation, as long as we booked your cruise, we would love to send you to enjoy a special meal together. Let's jump into the cruise news for today. Norwegian Cruise Line announced in April of 2024 that they were getting into the mega cruise ship business. They wanted to build large cruise ships, some of the largest in the world. They said that they would build 4 cruise ships that were 226,000 gross tons. Those are huge ships. For reference, Carnival Cruise Line's XL class, which is Mardi Gras, Celebration, and Jubilee, is 180,000 gross tons. They are large ships. Royal Caribbean's Icon class is 250,000 gross tons. They are large ships. These are right there in the middle. 226,000 gross tons, the largest cruise ships that Norwegian Cruise Line has ever built. We did not know in April of 2024 who was going to build the ships, what years that these were going to come out, and we know that now. Fincantieri, the shipyard Fincantieri, has won the contract. They're going to build these ships, and Fincantieri builds some of the cruise ships that you and I cruise on all the time. They built a lot of ships for Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean both. The deal is for over $2.1 billion. I can imagine the managers there at Fincantieri in the shipyard. They're celebrating. They won the contract, $2.1 billion. They're going to drink some of that fine Italian wine tonight, I can tell you that. 4 new cruise ships will be built. The capacity for these ships is interesting. If we're at full capacity, we're talking 3rd and 4th guests are staying in those cabins. We're looking at 8,300 guests on board these ships. And for some of you right there, you'll say, "I'm out. I'm done." Derek, it sounded good. That sounded great. Until you told me that I'm going to be on board with over 8,000 people, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. We also know the years that these ships are coming out. 2030 sounds like forever away. It's only 5 years. Is that crazy? 2030 is in 5 years. 2030, 2032, 2034, 2036 are when these 4 ships will be out. We don't know the names of the ships. We don't know the name of the class yet, but we do know the years that they're coming out. What's interesting, though, is currently the Norwegian Escape, the Joy, the Bliss are the largest cruise ships in Norwegian's fleet. They are 165,000-ish gross tons. They hold about 4,000 passengers. So this is uncharted waters for Norwegian, building ships that hold over double the capacity and occupancy of their current ships. It's going to be interesting to see, and I can tell you this. You may sit here and think, "I don't care." Who cares? You'll care. We recently sailed on Norwegian for a second time. We had a blast. We went from New Orleans on the getaway to the Caribbean, and Norwegian sails to the Caribbean. But one thing that is great about Norwegian, one thing they do so well, as their ships are scattered all over the world. In Europe, the Mediterranean, Western Europe, they're in Asia as well, South America, Alaska, of course. So if you're looking for different itineraries, you're looking for bucket list itineraries, you may look at Norwegian. I'm excited about these ships, even though I'm cruising with over 8,000 people. But I want to ask you, Islanders, are you excited about it? This announcement from Norwegian? Could you see yourself booking one of these mega ships? It's hard to even say that with Norwegian. Mega ships. Let us know in the comments section. Let's move on and talk about Port Everglades as they share some of their numbers. They tried to remain the third largest cruise port from the United States, with Galveston quickly behind them. Port Everglades started their year, their first quarter of the year was October through December. They saw an increase in passengers during that time compared to 2023. 1,349,000 plus passengers cruised during that time from Port Everglades compared to just over a million, a 27% increase. They like it. There's several cruise lines that are cruising from Port Everglades: Disney, Celebrity, Crystal, Holland America, Princess, Royal Caribbean, Silversea, Viking. Carnival does not. But Disney especially has seen an increase in the number of passengers and ships that are sailing from Port Everglades. They're looking at 4.4 million guests sailing from the port. Galveston is trying to catch up. Roger Reese there in Galveston. I was there just a few months ago when he said we're taking over the third position. Galveston had 3.4 million cruisers in 2024. 4.4, a million cruisers here is what we're looking at from Port Everglades. But Galveston is trying, and there are more ships that are coming to Galveston, more ships this year than last year. But that may be true also about Port Everglades. You remember the news of maybe the Legend of the Seas for Royal Caribbean, the next Icon class ship. There was the glitch on the website that said it was sailing from Port Everglades. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. I don't know. It's an interesting race to follow, as well as that first and second position between Miami and Port Canaveral. We'll see what happens in 2025. Before we leave the show today, we want to congratulate Christine Duffy, Carnival Cruise Line's president and CEO. She's celebrating 10 years of service. It's hard to believe she's already been with the company for 10 years. We've had a chance to meet Christine many, many times over the years, and in many countries, in many continents, in Europe and the United States alike. She loves those employees for Carnival Cruise Line. She's an advocate for those employees. She loves you, the cruiser. And some of these stats that I'm going to read you, some of the things that she has overseen, some of the things she's helped promote is staggering in 10 years. She has presided over 13,500 sailings have taken place the last 10 years. Over 42 million Carnival cruisers have sailed underneath her leadership. She has made 253 ship visits just to visit the crew, the operations, what's going on. 253 ship visits across the fleet. 9 new ships have debuted under that umbrella, and some of them were brand new Carnival builds, like the XL class, the Vista, for instance, and some of them were those ships from Costa, like the Firenze, like the Venezia, that are coming into the fleet. 70 dry dock updates. She approves those. The funds, do we want to spend the money for the dry dock? Do we want to increase and improve our product? 70 of them. She has seen over 15,000 team members join Carnival Cruise Line. She's been named the St. Jude Corporate Partner of the Year. She's helped oversee the fundraising efforts of $27.3 million to St. Jude, all in a decade. She's not stopping there. She has a lot more to go. And of course, the big project that's going on, a couple big projects. 2 new XL class ships that will come out in 2027 and 2028, and then a brand new class of ships, large ships, larger than the Norwegian ship that we talked about, and almost as big as the Icon. We're going to see what happens with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Islanders, that is the cruise news for today. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you made it this far, I ask you to do a couple of things. Number one, weigh in on the stories that we shared today. I've shared the stories. I've shared my thoughts, my opinions, my comments. And you can do the same. Just type them in the comment section below. Also, before you head out, hit that like button that helps this video be pushed over Facebook and over YouTube to say, hey, catch up on the cruise news. There's a lot going on. We appreciate you watching on the show today. We'll see the comment section on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.